that would be great. Okay. We will be on record with the official court reporter. I introduce you to Esther Delgado. She is County Court at Law Number 2's official court reporter. All persons in this session, as well as the public, are admonished to not and shall not record these proceedings. All counsel and persons in this session are reminded to exercise proper courtroom decorum at all and attire at all times. For those who have elected and are being permitted to appear via Zoom, and keeping in mind that with any permission, that permission can be revoked if you do not follow instructions. So keeping that in mind, here are some special instructions for those electing to appear via Zoom. You cannot be in a vehicle. If you are in a vehicle, you have two choices. You can get out of the vehicle, find a quiet place to participate. That's option number one. Option number two is continue down to County Court at Law Number 2. And we're located at 300 De La Rosa, San Antonio, Texas, 78205. We're on the first floor of the Kadena Reese Justice Center, and you can appear in person, excuse me. Your name must be displayed. You must have your name displayed, first name, last name, not your device's name and not your nickname. First name and last name. Your device must be displayed. So look at your frame. If you're not seeing your first name and last name, you can click on your frame. There are 3 dots, and all you do is click on those, and you should have an option to rename yourself. Please proceed to do that if you are not named, if your name is not displayed properly. You must appear. When I'm addressing you in court or you wish to address the court, you must have the video on, and you must be in good lighting for me to see you clearly. Please place your device on a flat surface and place yourself in the center of that device. And so I will be able to see you clearly. And then refrain from moving, because if you're moving, it causes a dizzying effect. So please refrain from moving. Also, the place people in the courtroom are sitting up. So I expect all those appearing by Zoom to maintain proper posture and sit up. This is how we're going to proceed. I will call the docket. Allow me to finish calling the docket so I know who is, and court knows who is here and checked in. After I finish calling the docket, I will ask for the attorneys who need to confer with the DAs, and I will go ahead and move them. Then I will start addressing individual issues. So while I'm calling the docket, albeit you may want to tell me this and that, please allow me to finish calling the docket and I will be right with you. So with that, Zoom has a chat feature. Refrain from using the chat feature. You cannot chat without my permission, with one exception. The deputy who is named BCSO, that is B as in Bravo, C as in Charlie, S as in Sam, O, is Bexar County Sheriff Officer Deputy J. De La Cruz, and you can chat to him if you need to leave the Zoom session for any reason, or if you need to go ahead and leave the courtroom, make sure to go ahead and check it with the deputy and let the deputy know that you're leaving the courtroom and you will be back. Okay. Otherwise, there'll be no chatting. Please make sure there'll be no chewing gum, eating, drinking, vaping, or smoking while on Zoom. If you cannot do it in the courtroom, you definitely cannot do it via Zoom. You cannot leave the court session for the day or leave the courtroom without specifically being excused or dismissed by myself or my court coordinator. Allow me to introduce to you Nicole. She displayed as Nicole CC Admin. She is subbing as my court coordinator this week. Once I call, so I will call your name in calling the docket. I will call your name. I will call your name 2 times, the defendant's name 2 times. If I mispronounce your name, please do correct me so that I may make my best effort to call your name, to pronounce your name correctly. When I call your name, for those who are sitting in the courtroom, please stand up, remain standing so that I may ascertain who your representation. Okay, and then you may be able to sit down. For those on Zoom, unmute, stay unmuted so that I may ascertain your representation, and then you may mute yourself. Attorneys, if you do respond for your clients, keep in mind that I will still need to hear from the defendant himself or herself in order to properly check them in. If you are in a vehicle, your name is not displayed, first name, last name, or you do not have your video or proper lighting on, I will not recognize you. I will mark you as failure to appear. I will give you an opportunity to correct yourself. That is, get out of the vehicle, get to a quiet place where you can participate, or come on down to County Court at Law Number 2. I will give you that opportunity to fix that or fix your name or get your video corrected, and then I will mark you as late. Attorneys, when you respond, please advise whether you need to speak with an ADA or consult with the court coordinator. Any violations of these instructions are subject to contempt of court. The person who is in a vehicle displaying their name, and their name is displayed as Samsung SM981U, I am going to go ahead and I am going to stop your video, and I don't care. You cannot be in a vehicle, period.
Okay.
Okay? You are muted.
You now?
I have muted you. I have stopped your video. You need to get out of the vehicle, or you need to come down to County Court at Law Number 2. Those are your only 2 options. So today is Thursday, the 13th day of October, 2022. Deputy, it is 9:15. I'm starting to call the docket. Anyone who comes in expressly after this, anyone who's come in since after 9 o'clock, please, you know what to do with them. They're considered late. Place them appropriately. And if they come in on the Zoom, please make sure you make a note of that and so advise. So I'm looking for the following persons. Julius Clayton, Julius Layman Clayton.
Ma'am, that's me. I'm in the truck. I was at work, but I'm gonna pull over and get out of the truck. I was trying to.
Mark that as failure to appear. Joffrank Harmilio. Joffrank Harmilio. Okay. And Mr. Harmilio, is your attorney Brenda Levenstein? Okay, thank you for being here, sir. You may go ahead and have a seat. We'll wait for your attorney. Thank you for being here. Brian Olson, Brian Lee Olson. Good morning, sir. How are you?
No, the man for Mr. Olson, Your Honor, I'll speak to the DA.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Thank you, Mr. Olson. Thank you for being here, sir. Bao Tran, Bao Tran, B-A-O. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, correctly. Tran. Mark as potential failure to appear. George Essenberg, George Garrett Essenberg. Mark that as mark that as failure to appear.
Your Honor, Paula Bettis for Mr. Essenberg.
And you are?
Paula Bettis.
Okay, yes, counsel.
Judge, and I'd like to actually, if I can speak to you about Mr. Essenberg's appearance.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. Thank you, counsel, for being
you.
here after I finish the docket. Thank you very much. Let me know when he gets here. He's here for a trial announcement. Make sure that he is present.
Okay.
Aaron Montgomery. Aaron Montgomery. Mark that as potential failure to appear. Simeon Anthony Doctor. Simeon Anthony Doctor.
Your Honor, counsel is present. I believe he's also present.
Okay, Mr. Simeon Doctor. Unmute and respond.
I'll check, Your Honor. I spoke with him yesterday, and I forwarded him the Zoom, and he knew to be here. So I will contact and make sure, see if there's some kind of an issue.
Counsel, thank you. Please let me know when your client gets here. Thank you.
Will do, yes.
Victor Velasquez Flores. Victor Velasquez Flores. Unmute and respond. Victor Velasquez. Mark as failure to appear. You have to, if you're going to appear by Zoom, you have to know how to operate Zoom. Or take a Zoom tutorial. Arturo Sanchez. Arturo Sanchez.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Sanchez. Is your attorney Ivan Beretta?
Yes, ma'am.
Very well. Thank you for being here, sir. We'll go ahead and wait for Mr. Beretta, okay?
Thank you.
Luis Blanco. Luis Mauricio Blanco. Good morning, sir. How are you? Good. Thank you for asking. Sir, is your attorney Robert Barons? Bob Barons? Okay, very good. Thank you for being here, sir. We'll go ahead and wait for him, okay?
Not appearing, like audio was on mute and I don't.
Okay. Joshua Sanchez. Joshua Israel Sanchez.
Present, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Sanchez. How are you? Your attorney is Attorney Darling?
Yes, good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Thank you both for being here. Appreciate it.
May I confer with the state when you have the court has a chance, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Juan Gonzalez Ochoa. Juan Gonzalez Ochoa.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Dilly for
Morning, sir.
Mr. Gonzalez, and if you could put me in line to confer with the prosecutor, please.
Yes, sir. Will do. Thank you very much for being here, sir.
Thank you.
Aaron Montgomery. Aaron Montgomery. Mark that as for potential failure to appear. There's no attorney in that one. All right. Is there anyone in the courtroom only? Is there anyone in the courtroom that has not heard their name or I have not recognized? Okay. On the Zoom, is there anyone in the Zoom session that has not heard their name or I have not recognized? Okay, that concludes the calling of the docket at 9:22. Who is my conferring ADA? ADAs. ADA Victor Hernandez, ADA Han. Which one of you is going to be conferring? Is there something wrong with are we having technical issues that you cannot speak or cannot hear you?
Your Honor, it looks like
You don't appear to be muted.
Yes, Your Honor, it looks like ADA Han's trying to speak, but I'm not hearing anything.
Right. So who's conferring?
Your Honor, as I understand it, it will be ADA Han.
Okay, we need to get your audio fixed up there. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go ahead and move Attorney Raimundo Alaman in with ADA Han. See, she works out her audio issue. And also Attorney Darling, you also wanted to confer? And Attorney Dilly also wish to confer.
Correct, Your Honor.
Any other attorneys that wishing to confer? Okay. Attorney Perez.
Yes, Your Honor.
You wish to approach
Yes, Judge. I don't know if we need to be put in a breakout room
with?
with you, Judge.
Okay, not a
Yeah.
problem. Thank you very much. Just hang on 2 seconds, okay?
Okay.
Let me get everybody else settled. Attorney Criswell.
Yes, Your Honor. Apparently my client lost his phone yesterday. I just spoke to his mother. They're trying to figure out how to get him on the Zoom because whatever device they do have, it's blocking Zoom. So I told them they needed to figure it out. They either need to get him on another device or he needs to show up down at the courthouse himself in person. However, our announcement, Your Honor, is not ready. I have a medical issue that I need to take up with you personally.
Yes, not a problem, counsel. And you have instructed your client properly in the options that he does have. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I have you checked in. I've addressed the issue. Cheers. Okay. Is there anyone that I have not recognized? This is the time to speak up. Unmute and speak up because I have you right now marked as failure to appear.
Excuse me, ma'am. My name is Julius Tyson.
You do not have your video on. You need to have video on and be in a good light.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Ma'am, you deleted
Sir.
my video. Yes.
Okay,
Okay, ma'am, it's me. My name is Julius
you're,
Clayton.
you're in a vehicle. Sorry, sir.
I'm coming down there right now. I'm getting dropped off. I work for Lowe's. I was at work. Damn shit.
All right. Are you kidding me? Victor Velasquez Flores, you need to come down to the courtroom. I'm revoking your ability to appear by Zoom. You need to come to the courtroom, and yourself as well, Mr. Clayton.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on the way, ma'am.
Deputy, would you go ahead and mute the TV for me, please? me? Attorney, oh, hang on 2 seconds. Yeah. Attorney Criswell?
Yes, Your Honor. Your
Yes, you
Honor.
said you wish to speak with me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm going to send you an invitation. Did you want to speak to me privately or you want to go
Sure.
ahead and,
Yes, that would be great, Your Honor.
okay, I'll go ahead.
Your Honor.
Miss Paula, I think she stepped away first. Oh, no, there she is. Sorry,
Oh.
Judge.
Thank you.
Okay,
Judge, I just wanted to see if I can be put into a breakout room with ADA Han.
okay, absolutely. Go ahead. Attorney Perez? Nicole, would you get a hold of Attorney Thomas Hurt,
Thomas
Num-
Hirsch,
number 6?
number 6. Okay, yes. Let me give him a call.
Okay.
Sorry, man, I was at work. I didn't know. Hang down.
Attorney Barrera? Attorney Darling?
Yes, Judge Ozumba, I am Representative Joshua Sanchez, as you know, and today was a pretrial conference. So a couple things, if it pleases the court, I talked to Ms. Han and we conferred, but I'd like to see if Mr. Sanchez could be excused. I have to put this on the trial docket. It's a DWI 0.15 or greater, but there's no alcohol at all on board. The state has not provided me with the drug lab report. Ms. Han acknowledges that they don't have that yet. So of course I won't be ready for trial. And it's kind of hard to give you a date till I get the drug report that she's talking about. So whatever pleases the court, Judge Ozamba, you know, I won't be entering a plea today though.
Give me a second, counsel.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Leon, I'm going to probably need the rest of the files, but right now I need number 15 in the docket, please. Thank you. Attorney Darling, have you filed a motion requesting those blood test results, or are you talking about breath test results? Which one, sir?
It's gonna be to answer your question, I haven't filed a motion, but I will file a motion for the blood test results.
The breath test?
Well, I'll file a motion for both,
Okay, so because there's a standard, there's a standard. Oh,
yes, Your Honor, and today being a pretrial conference, I just wanted to discuss the matter with the state to see if they would yield on the case, but that didn't happen. So, of course, I'm going to represent my client and file the motions necessary. What would you like me to do, Judge Zumba?
well, just if it's a breath test, there's a quick reference guide to fulfilling the Bexar County Standard Joint Order for Discovery of Breath Test Records. I'm sure the state has a copy of that, of those instructions, and can provide that to you. And if you wish to set this for a trial, we'll have a pre-trial conference hearing at this time, sir. We will go ahead and get that taken care of. Just hang on 2 seconds, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
But I would, if you have issues with that, I would probably get that standard blood test, production of blood test results.
Yes, Your Honor.
But let's see if, is this still a red file? I didn't notice.
Now that I don't know.
Excuse me. You need to turn off your phone, sir, and sit down. Deputy, would you please address that? Attorney Barrera?
Hi, good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
Judge, I apologize for the tardiness. I had some bad connection. I logged on and it kicked me out. But I have 3 cases set for today. 3 are all trial announcements. And it would be number 1, number 10, and number 11 on the docket.
Thank you. Counsel, we have issues with two of your clients. I have ordered Mr. Victor Velasquez to come down to the courtroom. He doesn't seem that he is complying with that. He was having some issues with his Zoom. And then also number one, Mr. Julius Clayton, although he is here in person, he had appeared in a vehicle. I was attempting to do that, and we have been having some concerns with his behavior here in the courtroom. So did you wish to go ahead and proceed on Mr. Sanchez, because we'll put them in the on Zoom in the back room. I can put Mr. Clayton in the back room here so that you can talk to him on Zoom, and then Mr. Victor Velasquez needs to show up in person. You can
Understood,
speak
Your
with
Honor.
him as well. So you wish to proceed on Mr. You also have an Arturo Sanchez, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, we can proceed on that one.
Okay. State, could you go ahead and pull cause number 681435, please?
Judge, I was able to get a hold of somebody from Mr. Hurt's office.
You did find somebody?
I did, and they said that he is in the CLE today and tomorrow, but they were under the impression that this case was being dismissed. I believe they have already spoken to the state, and I believe they're just waiting on a signature for the dismissal. So they were advised not to even be here today.
Who advised them? Not the,
That I
hope
don't
not the
know.
court. Okay, so they need to appear,
Okay.
and the defendant needs to appear.
Mhm.
I have the
If they
case
have
ready,
not
Your Honor.
received a dismissal, they need to appear. State, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
All righty, let us get on record. We're going to get on record. The court calls cause number 681435, State of Texas versus Arturo Sanchez. Excuse me, that's Arturo C. Sanchez. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Ivan Barrera for the defense.
Mr. Arturo C. Sanchez, could you please unmute so the court will be
Yes,
able
ma'am.
to let the record reflect that Arturo C. Sanchez is in this court session with his attorney. And we are here for a trial announcement called docket on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. However, Your Honor, I understand that we're doing a plea agreement instead.
Defense, are you, the state has announced ready. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
No, Your Honor, we've actually come to an agreement. We'd like to set this case for a plea. I have a plea date of October the 25th.
Okay. Counsel, have you submitted your jury waiver?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Okay. And Nicole, do you have a jury waiver you can send to, or do you already have that, counsel?
I do not have one yet, Your Honor.
Okay. Nicole, do you have one via Adobe sign that you can send out? She may be on the phone. You can confer with her later.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll need that jury waiver no later than tomorrow, sir. Would that be able to happen with the state signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Counsel, I'm going to place you and your client in the breakout room to speak with the court coordinator so that she can get a case setting form out to you and your client for signature, and also see if we can't get that jury waiver started. And then I will also place you in a breakout room. If you pop back in, we'll get you to speaking with your other clients. Okay, sir?
Understood, Your Honor.
All righty, but before you go, perhaps, I don't know if it appears that Mr. Velasquez Flores is still on the Zoom, he has not departed to come down to the courthouse. And so, would you like to speak with him first?
No, Judge, I actually spoke to him. I don't know why he's still on the Zoom, but he's on his way to the courthouse.
Okay, all righty, thank you, counsel. Please move Mr. Beretta and Mr. Sanchez into the court coordinator. Deputy, could you get Mr. Julius Clayton set up in the bathroom there? We'll go ahead and put him in the breakout room with his attorney. Attorney Dilly.
Yes, Your Honor, good morning. I have conferred with Ms. Lang, and an offer has been made. It is conditioned upon my client completing a couple of matters that need to be done, but we can go ahead and set it for a plea in the future at the court's discretion.
Oh, place him in a breakout room with the attorney. Yeah, that's fine. Put him in the breakout room. He can wait. When Mr. Bradder comes, you can go and put him in that other room. Attorney Dilly, what date do you wish to go ahead and effect this plea?
I have my calendar up, Your Honor. Would you like for me just to pick a day, or do you have a date in mind?
Any day but Wednesday, sir, and Thursdays are usually the busiest day, so I would suggest a Monday, Tuesday, or Friday.
Okay, would November 22nd be okay? That's a Tuesday.
Are there some things that need to be completed before? Are there some conditions to taking the plea?
Okay, well, yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
I'm asking, sir.
Oh, I'm
Are there
sorry.
Are there conditions to taking the plea that needs to, conditions precedent?
Yes, Your Honor, and this will
Okay.
give him enough time to complete them.
All righty, let's get that on record. State, have you pulled cause number 685-948? And then please pull cause number 685-486.
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Let's get on record. Court is going to call cause number 685-948, State of Texas versus Juan Gonzalez Ochoa. Attorneys and attorneys only, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
David Dilly for Mr. Gonzalez.
We're here for pretrial conference hearing today, the 13th of October, 2022, being a Thursday. State, please proceed. State, if you're speaking, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Yes, this case involves the San Antonio Police Department. The state has conveyed a plea to defense counsel.
It's the San Antonio Police Department?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. As defense, are you, do you acknowledge receipt of an offer that was conveyed to you in writing from the state?
Yes, Your Honor, I got it in the chat during the breakout room and I wrote it down.
Counsel, you mentioned that there was a conditions. Well, how are we going to dispose of this matter, counsel?
We can dispose of it by way of a plea, Your Honor, for November the 22nd. That will give my client enough time to complete. There's one thing that I need to provide to the state and two that my client needs to perform ahead of time, but that should give us enough time.
All righty. So the conditions precedent, what are they, state?
One moment, Your Honor. Sure, if I'm looking at this correctly, according to my notes, the defense counsel just needs to contact an immigration attorney.
Immigration attorney?
Yes, Your Honor. I think that's a big concern, Your Honor. According to the
Okay.
notes. I'm sure if defense counsel can elaborate.
That is correct, Your Honor. And in addition, to try to perhaps resolve the issue as far as a term of probation and maybe perhaps lowering it to minimize immigration consequences, my client will in order to take a couple of the classes for this plea that are normally
What
required.
classes?
The DW education course and the victim impact panel.
That's what the state is asking you to do as a
Well-
condition precedent to the plea.
Correct, Your Honor. In order to
Okay.
consider reducing the term,
Sure, not a problem. DWI education and what else, sir?
victim impact panel.
Will an interpreter be needed for The defendant, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
In what language?
Spanish, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received your, are there any discovery issues or concerns state?
None from the defense, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, the state sees no concerns for discovery.
Counsel, have you received your e-discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you received the information?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you waive arraignment on behalf of your client, of this defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court admonishes the parties to exercise due diligence to ensure that discovery does not impede the execution of this plea on the 22nd of November 2022, and defense to exercise due diligence to notify the defendant of the next court date, as it is the practice and policy of this court to excuse defendants from pretrial conference hearings. There's a reliance and a subject to instructions from their attorneys. There is a great reliance if your client is not here, the defendant is not here, on defense counsel to ensure that the defendant does know of their next court date. We will go ahead and send a case setting form. Do you have a case? Excuse me, getting ahead of myself. State, do you acknowledge the court's admonishments in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have the defendant's email address?
He does not have one, Your Honor. However, actually, I do have one. I do have an email.
Okay. I need for you to email it to both the state and the court coordinator.
Yes, Your Honor.
So right after this, I'll put you in with the court coordinator. So make sure that he can get that email address so as to get the case setting form out. Anything further on this matter, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and put you in the breakout room with the court coordinator on behalf of your client. Thank you so much for being here. You'll be excused from once you're finished with the court coordinator. Make sure to get that email address to the state so they can start preparing the plea paperwork, sir. Thank you very much for your time. We're off record. You moving him? Attorney Barrera, do you need to be moved in to talk to with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
Okay. State, are you ready on cause number 685?
My God damn it to hell.
Mr.
Before we get on record, Attorney Alaman, do you need to speak with your client? Attorney Alaman, do you need to speak with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, and I will
Okay.
probably need to ask for a trial.
Okay. Alaman,
My client's there in person. He has no email.
okay, we'll put him in the, on Zoom here for you, 2 seconds, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Okay. All right, so as soon as Mr. Clayton is done back there, we'll put Mr. Olson back there, okay?
My God damn it to hell.
210709488.
Mr. Alaman, you need to mute yourself, please.
Let's, counsel, let's get on record. Court is going to call cause number 685486, State of Texas versus Joshua Israel Sanchez. Parties, attorneys and attorneys only, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
And Judge Ozumba, this is Mark Darling, and I represent the defendant.
And we are here for pretrial conference hearing today, the 13th of October, 2022, which is a Thursday. State, please proceed.
Sir, this case involves the San Antonio Police Department. As I understand, the state has conveyed a plea offer to defense.
Judge Ozumba, I'm sorry to interrupt Mr. Hernandez, but I just saw a chat text come through from Ling Han that she's tendering a dismissal.
Oh, I see that too.
Apologies for that, Your Honor.
And Sanchez, and Joshua Sanchez, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Joshua Israel Sanchez.
Yes, Your Honor, we have insufficient evidence to move forward.
Please announce for the record. We're on record.
This is ADA Han for the state.
And
Already. And so you're taking over for Victor Hernandez, and
Yes, Your
or
Honor.
both of you at the same time. And so what is going on with this?
Judge, after reviewing the file more closely, the state does not have sufficient evidence to move forward on this case. And a dismissal will be tendered.
Stating that this is insufficient evidence.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
If Mr. Darling can have permission to chat me his email address, so he can be CC'd on the dismissal.
We can email it to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Email your email address, and you do you need the defendant's email address as well, ADA Han?
I frequently
think so.
just send it to the defense attorney so they can give it to their client.
Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. So a dismissal is to come for insufficient evidence. Good job, counsel. State, we're off record on this matter. Thank you very much. Counsel, as soon as you finish up with your communication with the state, you're excused, and we'll work on that dismissal, sir.
thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Mr. Alaman, you're going to get an invite to join your client in the breakout room.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ah, damn it.
Uh, Okay, Attorney Criswell, are you ready for announcement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Already. State, if you could go ahead and pull up cause number 677-695. Attorney Barrera, do you need to, is Victor Hernandez? No, excuse me, Victor Velasquez Flores, has he checked in with you, Deputy? Okay. Attorney Barrera, you have your hand up. You need to, are you ready to announce on Mr. Clayton?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you'll be next. All
Thank
right,
you, Judge.
State,
And Judge-
we have, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Judge. I was going to say, Mr. Sanchez, is he excused? Arturo
Oh.
Sanchez?
Oh, yes, we've taken care of his case, right? You've
Yes,
announced
Judge.
on that one already, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, yes, absolutely, counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm.
I have the case, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're going to proceed on cause number 680-023, then 635-012. First one is on Simeon Doctor, and the next one is Julius Clayton, and then Counsel O'Hara. Okay, you're here for, and then Counsel Attorney Jonathan O'Hara. Okay. Attorney Criswell, is your client here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Simeon Doctor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Doctor, you're late, and so any further appearances will be in person.
Okay, yes, my apologies, Your Honor.
I believe this is at least the second time that you have appeared late or failed to appear, sir. So all future appearances must be in person. If you know you have a court date, sir, you need to be here by 8:30 in the morning. Is that, you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 680023, State of Texas versus Simeon Anthony Doctor. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Regina Criswell for the defendant, Your Honor.
And Simeon Doctor,
Yes, Your Honor.
let the record reflect that the defendant is in this court session with his attorney. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
As I understand, the state may not be able to proceed. Looks like one of our witnesses was in a severe accident.
State, are you ready to proceed? Is the
Oh.
state ready to proceed
Oh.
to trial in this matter?
Oh,
The
no,
attorney, the defense can speak for themselves. Are you ready to proceed to trial in this matter?
Oh, no, Your Honor.
State is ready. State announces ready.
Nope.
Defense. I'm sorry,
Your Hon-
state. Hold on, defense. I'm sorry, state.
Oh, no, Your Honor. The state is not ready.
State is announcing not ready. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Alrighty, you have filed a notice, a motion for continuance.
One moment, Your Honor. I'm not sure here. I think at this time the state has not filed a motion for continuance. I think we just found out.
State, you will need to go ahead and file that motion for continuance, and it must be filed today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial in this matter?
No, Your Honor, per our conversation a few minutes ago, I did e-file a motion for continuance based on my medical condition. I filed it just a little after 10 and forwarded the e-file notice to ADA Han.
All right. There is a service email address for the state.
Yeah,
So-
it was included.
Okay.
I saved it on the county court to DA, and I also forwarded directly to ADA Han, so she would have a copy of it for this morning.
All righty. So alrighty. So you have the state's motion for continuance that will be filed. And since you have filed yours, state, I will expect yours, and we'll go ahead and hear the motions for continuance this afternoon. Or do we need to go ahead and recall this for tomorrow to hear those motions for continuance?
Your Honor, I would prefer tomorrow if just based on, I have some other things I need to do this afternoon pertaining to my medical situation.
Okay.
Good.
State,
Your Honor, in that case, we can go tomorrow.
alrighty. We'll recall this. The motions for continuance, we'll recall it for the Friday, the 14th of October, 2022. Mr. Doctor, you will need to be in the courtroom by 8:30 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty, thank you very much. You just hang on a second. I'm going to place you and your counsel in the breakout room with the court coordinator so you can get a case reset form. We're off record. Okay, you all need to accept the invitations that you've received, please. Attorney Criswell, go ahead. Doctor and Nicole. Court is going to call cause number 635012, State of Texas versus Julius Lehman Clayton. Deputy, please bring the defendant up here. Thank you, Deputy. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state.
Mr. Hernandez for the state.
Ivan Barrera for the defense.
Are you Julius Lehman Clayton?
Yes, ma'am.
Let the record reflect that the defendant is in this court session with his attorney. We are here for a trial announcement, call docket and trial announcement. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand we're resolving this, though.
State announces ready. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial in this matter?
No, Your Honor. The state offered a conditional dismissal. My client completed the requirements for the conditional dismissal, and I believe a dismissal was submitted with the court.
Hello. Hey, girlie.
Hi, girls.
How do I rejoin a breakout room?
So when you
What were the conditions for dismissal?
Judge, it was a completed driver safety course and 24 hours of community service.
The court is in possession of a State of Texas driver safety course certificate and will not, is this supposed to be, and she's a verified hours for Julius C? It's not on a letterhead. The court will not accept this. It for, I guess, community service hours. It is the document the court has on hand is not on a letterhead. It doesn't have the defendant's name on it, full name, first and last name. It is unacceptable. So are you ready to go ahead and plead, or what would you like to go ahead and how would you like to proceed with this, counsel?
Judges, is there any way I can try to get something with a letterhead that confirms the completion of the hours?
And I can put you in a breakout room with the CLO. She can advise you on I don't know what organization this is, but it has to be an organization that is recognized by the probation of the court. Okay? So.
Understood, Your Honor.
Alrighty, so I'll suspend the record at this time, put you in the breakout room with the CLO, and so that she will be able to go ahead and provide you some suggestions with regard to what is acceptable for the court for community service hours. Alrighty? Thank you, counsel. Sir, you may step back and sit where you were sitting. Give me 2 seconds.
One.
Yes, Mr. Alderman.
Yes. Yes,
Yes. Were you calling someone?
no.
Okay.
No, well, oh yeah, well, I just wanted to tell the court that my client, Mr. Olson, has agreed to make a plea. And he does have he's there in the courtroom, he does have an email. He agreed to take the
Okay.
plea because they want him out.
Attorney Alaman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you ready to go ahead and approach and you wish to set a plea date for your client?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, let me go ahead and put you in a breakout room with the court coordinator so you can coordinate your calendar with her, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you so much, counsel.
I'm
Hey, Nicole? Nicole? Okay, she's figured it out. Attorney O'Hara. What's your client?
That's Bao Tran, Judge. I just wanted to make sure that the court knew we were present on that.
All right. Okay. I have a Thomas Hurt as the attorney of record for Mr. Tran.
That's correct. He's another lawyer with our firm, Judge.
Okay, thank you. You are showing up already. Sir, do you need to confer with the ADAs?
I don't think so. It's my understanding that a motion to dismiss was filed the other day on this case.
Okay. Attorney O'Hara, computer is just acting a little slow, so give it a second here to wake up. I'm getting an error message. Okay. Let us get on record on cause number. State if you pull up cause number 676710. Let me know when you're ready, State.
State is ready, Your Honor.
Let's call, a court is going to call cause number 676710, State of Texas versus Bao Tran. Bao Tran. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting, just attorneys and attorneys only. Please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Ling Han for the state.
Jonathan O'Hara for defendant.
And for the record, Attorney O'Hara, I have a Thomas Hurt as the attorney of record. What is your relationship to Attorney Thomas Hurt?
We are members of the same firm, Judge, and I'm standing in for him today.
Thank you for being here, counsel. We are here for pretrial conference hearing today, the Thursday, the 13th of October, 2022. State, please proceed.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Tran was accepted a plea offer in Kerr County. Prior to that, his attorney had reached out to me to see if the state would be willing to proceed with this case under 12.45. By proceed, I mean proceeding to a dismissal, allowing the judge in Kerr County to take into consideration this unadjudicated offense and use it for sentencing purposes. Mr. Tran, I believe, was was prosecuted in Kerr County when this offense was still a state jail felony. The state believes that that is sufficient and agreed to the 12.45 dismissal that has been tendered to the court as of October 11th, 2022.
So as state, you're saying that this matter and court is going to start sharing the court screen? So state, you're saying that this matter was taken into consideration for a plea in another county?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So is this motion for dismiss then completed correctly? Because it is the court, the clerks will need to mark this correctly. So if it was taken into consideration in another county, should the first box be checked, or is it because it's another county, you're not checking that first box?
Yes,
but you're
Judge, it's because it was out of county that that first box was not checked.
Checked, okay. And so you said that this is under 1245?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. Oh. Everybody.
And state, if you will go ahead and email myself and this defense an excerpt of that 1245 that you're referencing, that would be good. The court will suspend the record at this time. Court is going to stop sharing. All right.
It's been emailed, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. Court is going to get back on record on cause number 676710, State of Texas versus Bayo Tran. Court is going to start resharing the court screen. State, can you see the court screen?
Yes, Your Honor.
And defense, can you see the court screen?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And so I don't know if I see that the state sent you a copy of this. And state, is this the section that you sent and you're relying on in order for a dismissal on this case?
It is, Your Honor. Additionally, defense for Mr. Tran did provide documents showing that Mr. Tran indeed does have a pending case out of Kerr County, which I believe the was set to plea either today or last Thursday.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on 2 seconds.
2101555.
Rihanna, I need number 6. Yes. Next. Has that been filed with the court?
Your Honor, it there was a motion at 12:45 that was signed by the court in Kerrville at the time of Mr. Tran's plea there.
Has that been filed with the court?
I know that I believe it was sent to Ms. Hahn. I don't know if the court has it. But I mean, I also have it. I could share it. I could share my screen if the court wanted.
I believe section 1245 involves, with consent of the attorney for the state, admit during sentencing hearing his guilt of one or more adjudicated offenses and request the court. Would this be the court that request would be made to?
No, I believe the court is the court that's taking it into consideration.
Okay. To take into account in determining the sentence for the offense or offenses of which he stands adjudged guilty of. And then before that court. So this is pertaining to the court in Kerr County. Is that my understanding?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. So then that has been taken into consideration, and then a notice of a motion to dismiss is sent to this court with absolutely no documentation to for this court to consider the motion to dismiss. Is that correct? Is that what I'm understanding?
Well, I suppose that it could be, Judge, as long as the state's attorney knows that happened. But we can send the motion to 1245 from Kerrville to the court as well.
Oh, is the motion? I believe this is a motion that's requiring this court's. Excuse me. I believe this is a motion that's requiring this court's action. Is that correct?
The motion to dismiss, you mean, Your Honor?
Yes. It's requiring this court's action, correct?
Well, I guess I suppose in a sense, I guess I would defer to Ms. Hahn on that, Judge.
Judge, I believe that Mr. O'Hara and Mr. Hurt and myself, as officers of the court, are under an obligation, a professional duty to not misrepresent facts to the court. I do not believe that they have misrepresented to me anything, and they have provided documentation to me. It's from Mr. O'Hara's statements just made. They are willing to provide those documents to this court also, but certainly upon, and certainly it's within your discretion, but reliance on two officers of the court for a correct, accurate representation of the basis for this dismissal may be sufficient. But again, it's within this court's discretion to decide that.
There is a reason I have been wanting documentation for motions to dismiss, because it has occurred whereby a motion to dismiss has been presented to this court, but not any documentation was forthcoming or received and presented to the state. So if you wish for a motion to dismiss, I need the documentation to allow the court to examine that in order to be able to act on motions. Okay? So once you wish, go ahead and present me the documentation. I will be glad to take this motion into consideration.
And if I may, Judge, I know the court, may want to receive it in a different manner, but I can also email it to the court coordinator. I mean, I have it at the ready too, Judge.
Thank you very much. Please, I believe that since 2014, it has been mandatory for e-filing to occur for any kind of documentation. So please go ahead and e-file any of those documents. I appreciate it. The clerks will be able to get it because they'll be able to go ahead and place it in the record. All righty.
Yes, Judge.
Anything further on this matter, State?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Anything further on this matter, Attorney O'Hara?
No, Judge, but I suppose at this point, is the case going to be, would it be addressed later today or reset?
It can be addressed. We can go ahead and take care of it as soon as the officers of the court come forward with providing me the information, allow me to be able to act on this matter. I'm sorry, you're muted.
Thank you. Sorry, I just said understood.
Okay, all righty. We're off record on this matter. Thank you.
Come on, the breakout room.
Attorney Allen.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ellerman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't you go into a breakout room with the court coordinator?
The court coordinator gave me a plea date of the 20th, which is 1 week from today. But I guess now I need to go back to the ADAs and see what case they want me to plead on. We're supposed to
Okay.
plead on one case. So,
Alrighty. Okay, sir. If you need to get with the ADA.
yes, that's.
Who is the conferring ADA?
I was talking to Ms. Khan.
Okay, alrighty. Let's go ahead and place him in with
Yes, and after that, can I leave?
yeah, yes, if you have your plea date and that is recorded, yes, absolutely. Thank you. You're excused.
Yes, ma'am. I just need to find out.
But I will have your client, I need to go ahead and provide them a reset form. And what date was that, sir? Oh, he's disappeared. What did he say? 20, thank you. Mhm. What is wrong with this thing? Hmm? Attorney Barons, do you need to confer with the ADAs?
Yes.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and place him in a breakout room with the Attorney Lin Han. Excuse me, ADA Lin Han, please. Okay. Alrighty. Attorney Ivan Barada, the Attorney Ivan Barada, the interpreter is here. Nicole, would you contact Attorney Ivan Barada, tell him that the interpreter is here and
Yes,
waiting?
Judge. Yes.
Okay. Attorney Perez?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
We're still waiting for your client.
Yes, Judge, we are. He might be in the process of traveling right now because it's going straight to a voicemail recording. So I'm trying to get him in here, but I did confer with ADA on the matter. And it seems that we may have a potential agreement, but not anything that can be reflected on the record at this point.
I understand. Just wanted to check in with you to know what the status is. Did you wish to go ahead and consider a time, because I will be recessing the court right at 10 to 12.
Mhm.
Did you want to come back this afternoon?
That's fine, Judge. I'll
Okay.
do that.
I mean, that will give your client time to, giving you guys time to be able to appear.
Yes.
Okay. So why don't I give you till 2:00?
Okay.
Council, would that be sufficient time?
Yes, Judge. Like I
Good.
said, because he's traveling, I'm hoping that at some point I'll get a response. So I'm going to continue trying to contact him.
Okay, that's very good. Otherwise, would have to issue a warrant. He's supposed to be here on trial announcement. I wish to avoid that if necessary. Okay, so 2:00. See you back here.
Thanks.
Mhm. Yes, sir. Yeah, he's free to go because I'm going ahead and. Nicole, what is the status with Ivan Barada, Attorney Barada?
Judge, I did let him know that the interpreter was ready. I sent him a text message.
Okay.
Okay. The interpreter has been here for almost 25 minutes. Please tell Mr. Barada that if he does not check in, this matter will be recalled for tomorrow.
Okay, Judge, I'll let him know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Attorney Barron's,
Yes.
so do you need to approach? Do you need to go ahead and consult with the
My case is still,
coordinator?
my case is still a red file because they don't have their lab results back to the BWI, but I think they're waiting on drug analysis. So it wasn't an
What
alcohol.
case number is that, sir? Your case number, sir? Okay, Attorney. Oh, hang on 2 seconds. I'm sorry, Attorney Barron's. Just hang on 2 seconds. The counsel for the trial announcements is back on Mr. Victor Velasquez. And an interpreter has been here patiently waiting. State, do you have cause number 681-358 pulled up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's get on record and call, court is going to call cause number 681-358, State of Texas versus Victor Manuel Velasquez Flores. Parties, please approach and to identify who is before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Ivan Barrera for the defense.
Interpreter, could you please identify?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Elizabeth Stone King, license number 23.
Could you please raise your right hand? Interpreter, do you solemnly swear to truly and accurately interpret from Spanish into English and from English into Spanish, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Thank you very much. And are you Victor Manuel Velasquez Flores?
Yes.
Let the record reflect that the defendant is here in person in the courtroom and in this session with his attorney. And we're operating hybrid. Defense, as state, are you ready to proceed to trial in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand we have a plea though.
State is ready to announce this ready to proceed. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial in this matter?
No, Your Honor, we've come to an agreement. We'd like to set this case for a plea date of October the 25th.
Say that's your understanding, and do you have the defendant's email address?
Yes, Your Honor, and we do have the address.
Okay, alrighty. And the counsel, have you provided the email address to the court coordinator?
Not at the moment, Your Honor, but I can provide it by end of day today.
Alrighty. And a plea and an interpreter will be needed for this proceeding.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Please make sure to remind the court coordinator of that in timely fashion to make those arrangements, okay?
Understood, Your Honor.
Alrighty, anything further on this matter, State?
Your Honor.
Defense, excuse me.
No, Your
Thank you. I will provide a case setting form since your client is here in person, so that he will know, but make sure to also provide that so you get a case setting form to coordinate with the court coordinator. I'll put you in the room. Do you have anything further in this court? We're off record on cause number 681-358. Do you have anything further in this court, Attorney
Judge,
Burnett?
yes, Judge, I have one more client, Julius Clayton. We're figuring out the situation, but for the time being, Judge, I'll hang around.
Alrighty, okay, thank you. We're done here. 681. Elizabeth?
Yes, Your Honor, Elizabeth Stone King. It used to be Broyles.
Yeah,
Now
right.
Stone King.
Spell that last name.
It's STONEKING.
STONEKING. Okay. Oh, Stone King.
Stone King, yes.
Alrighty. I apologize for the long wait. So
Oh, no problem, Your Honor. That's why we're running. That's why we get people.
Interpreter, could you please
Yes, sir.
assist Mr. Velasquez that he needs to sign here, provide his email address, his telephone number, and
Yes.
his mailing address here?
All right.
And please, he needs to press very hard.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Ok, señor, hágase para acá. Necesita que firmar aquí, primeramente. Y después le voy a decir lo siguiente que y tiene que empujar bien, aplanar bien la pluma cuando firme, para que pase a las otras hojas.
And I do apologize. Would you guys mind moving back there and make sure I get my pen back?
Oh, yes, to do it.
So I may proceed. Thank you. Okay. You need to talk with your attorney, sir? Attorney Barrera, did you wish to go ahead and get into a breakout room with your client, Mr. Clayton, your client?
No, Judge, I've had contact with him.
Oh, I'm sorry, just Alvin Barrera. Do you need to go ahead and do that?
Oh,
No, Judge, I'll give him a call on the phone.
Okay, all righty. Your other client is getting a reset form. Attorney Behrens, your
Yes.
clause number, sir?
685486, I believe.
Oh, 468?
685-468.
Okay. And
Luis Blanco.
on the 14th of July, Attorney Kelly Green appeared, I guess, on your behalf, or is it Attorney Green's client, or how is that? Yes, she appeared on your behalf and reset this matter for a pretrial conference hearing today. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Judge, and the state is still awaiting toxicology results from the blood test, so they don't, the case isn't even filed, it's a red file.
2 seconds, Counselor. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And he's, yes, please, thank you, Mrs. Duncan. Same here, always. Thank you, sir. Hey, do you have cause number 685468 pulled up?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty, what's the holdup here?
Your Honor, as I understand,
Good afternoon, attorney.
looks like our office has still not received the lab results yet. I think that's the only information that I have.
Do you have any way of being able to ascertain a estimated amount of time that this might take?
Well, Your Honor, I'm not aware of a process. All I can do is just ask staff in our office to follow up.
Counsel, what does your calendar look like in November?
I mean, I have a few things in November. Not a whole lot. I will be, I do have an availability on file for.
So give me a date so that we can follow up on this matter, come back on this matter.
Does it matter which day of the week it is?
Anything, as long as it's not on a Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, how about the 30th? November.
Yes, sir. Let's see if the state will, as long as it's not on a Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, not on a Wednesday or Thursday. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I
Not a
just thought
problem.
It was Thursday. You were saying on Wednesday, Thursday. Can we do December 1st then?
Okay.
No, that's a Thursday. The 2nd, Friday?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so December 2nd.
Okay, so you, does the 28th work for you, 28th of November, sir?
I think so, but isn't that no, I guess Thanksgiving's the week before.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, that should be fine.
And defendant must be present, sir.
28th, Monday, the 28th.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to place you in the breakout room. If you have the defendant's email address, to provide it to the court coordinator so she can send out a case setting form. Defendant must be present.
Judge, I'd like to, before we do that, I'd like to check my unavailability, because I know it's for, I don't know if it's the middle of that month or the last half of that month. Hold on one sec while I pull myself up here.
Okay.
Yes, the 28th should be fine.
Okay, sir.
All right, and
28th of November, 2022, defendant must be present.
okay, and you want me to give the coordinator his email?
Yes, sir. I'm going to place you in the breakout room. Alrighty. And we're waiting on blood results.
Correct.
Okay.
He should be there in the courtroom, Judge. The client.
Mr. Blanco, no, as pretrial conference hearing, I assume that you did not wish for him to appear.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what this matter was set for. The court does afford the attorneys that
He texted me this morning that he was there, so.
Are you Mr. Blanco? Oh. I do apologize, counsel. You're absolutely correct. He is here in the courtroom. I have him checked up and he is there. And I said we were going to wait for your attorney, right? And your attorney showed up. Okay, sorry about that, Mr. Blanco. So he's here. All right, waiting on blood results. Thank you, Deputy. All righty. I'll give you a case reset form, okay, sir? And then I'll excuse him from there. Counsel, anything further in this court?
No, thank you.
All righty, thank you, sir.
So I don't need to talk to the coordinator. I can log off.
Yes, you can still, and she'll send you a case reset form as a reminder, sir. I'll give him a copy as well. All righty. There is.
Number one excuse.
No.
Okay, I don't know what he's saying, that his attorney called you. I don't know what he wants to say.
He needs to talk to his attorney. Okay. Good morning, council. Give me 2 seconds. Let me finish writing this up. Thank you. Mr. Blanco, please approach. Okay, I need for you to go ahead and complete this. Make sure you press hard. I need for you to sign here, email address, your phone number, and mailing address, okay? Make sure to press real hard. Thank you. Go ahead. Counsel, is your client counsel?
I'm here for Mr. Joe Frank Jaramillo. He's,
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Let me.
he has, 3 cases, and I have talked to the state, and we have received an offer, and I've had discovery. initially, we were going to apply for pre-trial diversion, but I don't think that that's still in the offering. But, they did give me an offer, and, Mr. Jaramillo is between jobs right now. He's, and he takes care of his child, because his wife goes to school. And so, before he enters into any kind of probation, he would really like some time to get his new job started, and so I was gonna ask for.
Council, have you consulted your calendar?
No, but I mean, it seems like I'm here every single day, so. Anytime he's probably fine. Whatever's convenient.
So you're the one who's asking for time. So if you want to,
Oh,
if you.
Oh, well, can I have 30 or 45 days?
Let me see if, what day you're talking about, certain council, what is good on your calendar, but it will be less than 30 days,
Oh, okay. Well,
up to 30 days. Yeah.
how about November 10th?
Okay, so we're going to, you want to set this for plea on 10 November?
Sure.
Let's take a look at that date, make sure that's a good date. Okay. Council, did you want to make that the 11th or the Thursdays are pretty hectic?
Okay.
The Friday or Monday or Tuesday?
Friday looks good.
The 11th?
Yes.
Mr. Blanco, you know your mailing address, correct? Let's go ahead and fill it out. Mailing address. It's Joe Frank, right? If it's Joe Frank, okay. Oh, I believe the 11th of November is Veterans Day, therefore probably a recognized holiday.
You have that day off. Wow. How about the 8th?
That is election day.
I have other places set that day. I actually,
Okay.
but I don't know, it's county court 9 and they do.
Mhm.
Will this be over Zoom, you think?
Oh, the plea? You can do it over Zoom.
Okay.
If you're, we can do hybrid, you can be on Zoom, your client can be here.
Monday the 9th, would that be better?
November the 14th.
Okay, the 14th, yes.
Okay.
Judge, who is the client that this reset is on?
It's Joe Frank, number 2 on the docket, number 12 and 13.
Okay, Judge, and is this for a pretrial conference?
For plea,
Or
correct?
plea? Okay, good. And what was the date? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Yeah, we've been going back and forth. Which one did you settle on? We're multitasking. Yes. You too. Counsel, if you approach, please. If you would make sure your client presses real hard when you sign it, and you need the email address. Most importantly, if you could email the defendant's email address to the court coordinator and to the state so they can start preparing the plea paperwork. Thank you so much. Here you have counsel. Defense. Defense? Yes, ma'am. No problem.
Judge, may I approach?
Sir, you're in a vehicle, no. Two choices on the vehicle, sir. Get out and you can get out and get to a quiet place where we can go ahead and you can participate, or you can come on into the courthouse.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. All the cases should be disposed of, right, counsel? Yes, ma'am. Please, thank you so much. Okay, Attorney O'Hara?
Yes, Judge, I wanted to reapproach on Baltrans case.
Let's get back on record on cause number 676-710, State of Texas versus you say it's Baltran. Parties, please approach and reapproach on this matter. State, are you ready to proceed?
State is ready to proceed.
And defense, you ready to proceed?
We're ready, Your Honor.
All righty. And state?
State has tendered a motion to dismiss based off CCP 12.45.
Defense?
That's correct, Your Honor. And I want the court to know that I was notified several minutes ago, the clerk did accept a supporting document for that motion. So hopefully the court will be able to see that.
What was the supporting document titled?
It is a motion to 1245 that was accepted by the 198th District Court in Kirk County and signed by the judge there.
All right, and the defendant has pled there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and the date of the defendant pled?
It was the same date that the motion was signed, 10/7.
Okay, all righty. Thank you very much. I will go ahead and accept and sign I do have, for the record, I do have a copy of the motion to consider unadjudicated offense in sentencing. I see that this case is identified in this motion, cause number 676710. It was signed by the defendant, undated though, the attorney for the defendant, as well as the Bexar County District Attorney's Office, and the judge presiding in that court. Thank you very much, counsel. I will proceed and sign the motion to dismiss. I will share I can go ahead and share my screen. State, just if you would be kind enough in the future to detail what you're relying on with regard to that, as far as 1245 of Article 1245 of the Code of Criminal Procedure on the motion to dismiss.
Yes, Judge.
Appreciate that. Okay, counsel, you should get a copy of this. Thank you very much for your hard work. I appreciate it. Let me ask you something. Which record do you think that you can get access to fastest, counsel, if you were going to need records on this case? The state's files or the court files?
I'm between those two, Your Honor. I wouldn't know, I don't think.
Really? If your client needed to get copies of his records, court cuts, which one would be fastest for him to get a hold of? Easiest.
Well, I think it depends on the court. I mean, with some courts, fastest may be from the clerk.
Exactly. And the clerk is the custodian of records for this. And if it's not in here, if it's not filed with the clerk, then because the clerk is the custodian of records, it's very difficult, right? So let us go ahead and make good record. So that's why I insist on it being here, because they may not have access to the state's files.
I understand.
Please keep that in mind, okay? Because things have happened and it has been very difficult, and it's not easy to access the state's files. Keep a good record. Thank you. You're excused. Have a great week. The court stands in recess until 2 p.m. Until 2 p.m. See you then.
Want to tell this guy to be back at 2?
Who's that? Yes, he needs